Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In case you're new here, my name is Leila. I'm a nurse living in Germany, and for today's video I'm going to be talking to you guys about the cost of inviting someone to come and visit you here in Germany as a foreigner. So a lot of people have been asking me to talk about the things that someone needs to invite someone to come and visit them when they are having a wedding. So I'm going to be talking about that because I'm also in the process of inviting my parents, like my father and my brother, again to come and visit me in Germany for my Freie Trauung. That's the second ceremony, the wedding ceremony. So I have organized a few documents for them because we are in the process of applying for the visa, and I'm going to be taking you guys through, just telling you guys what you might also be needing to invite your Angehörige, like your relative. Now, let's begin. I might also as well tell you what these things costed me in case I remember. I have my laptop here, and I am going to be going through the files that I have organized, and yeah, we talk about it. Like, I like connecting with you guys on this level because I feel like there is a lot of things that we do, like I do behind the scenes, and then later on when you guys ask me how the process was, I do not really remember. So I thought, why not share this with you guys since I'm in the process of preparing the documentation. Okay, so let's begin. Let me just find the documents first, and then we go through them together. By the way, today is a Feiertage here in Germany, and most of the people are home, and it's so quiet outside. It's really so quiet in Germany on holidays. People do not do anything. Nada. Okay, I think I'm going to just go to the emails to be able to find the documents really quick, because here it might take me a lot of time to find them since I have a lot of things on my, I don't know, in my computer I have a lot of documents. But when I go directly into the emails, because I already sent the documents to my father and my brother, if I go directly to the emails, I will just see the files and I'll open them and we'll go through them. Now, one thing I already know is that if you are inviting someone here in Germany, you need a Verpflichtungserklärung. That's a letter from the offices that the Ausländerbehörde, that's the foreign offices that show that you want to invite this person. And that's the Verpflichtungserklärung, and you pay money for it. Usually they need like, I think 28 euros, 25 euros per person, you pay for it. So for my case, I paid around 50 euros for the Verpflichtungserklärung. So let's go to documents. Here I found the documents. Okay, the first document that I organized besides the Verpflichtungserklärung was the invitation letter. So I wrote an invitation letter to whom it may concern. I just said, I, Leila, residing in this address, I am inviting this person. I named the person with their names, and I included also their passport number, and I included in this letter the reason why I'm inviting them, and also the date of the wedding that I am inviting them for. So I wrote an invitation letter. Besides, in addition to the Verpflichtungserklärung, I usually write a letter. Then there is the Antrag auf Erteilung eines Schengen-Visum, application for the Schengen visa. This is a formula that you get from the visa application website, and this you have to feed it in before you go to apply for the visa. So before my brother goes to apply for the visa, they have to have this application form filled in. So we downloaded it. Since I have better internet connection, I downloaded it and I filled in for my dad and for my brother. And on this application form, they ask for their names, their full names, their birth date, where they were born, their nationality, where they live, their sex, their marital status. They ask for the passport number. And so if you are applying for your father, they already have to have a passport, because you need a passport number in the application form. You need it for the application form, you know. And then they will ask for the address where they are staying. So we put the address. In Uganda there is no like address for every street, but for my brother, because for my brother and father, because my brother has a working place which is near our home actually, so it's the same address. He had to register his office, and his office had to get an address. So that's where we put, that's the address we're using. And then there is always at Zweck oder Reisepapas. They want to see the purpose of travel. So you put it in. If they're coming to visit you, put in visiting family or friends or something like that. And yeah, that's what we put in, because they're coming to visit us, yeah, for our wedding. They're coming to visit us. Actually, you have two things that they give you to fill in. Zweck der Reise, purpose of the journey. that is visiting family. Und dann weitere Informationen zum Aufenthaltszweck. This is an extension reason of their visit, and that is the wedding, attending daughter's wedding. Okay? And then they say Mitgliedstaat der Hauptbestimmung. This is member state of main destination where they are coming, Germany, you know. And yeah, then also after the formula is long. It's like 3 to, let me see, 3, 4, 5 Seite, 5 Seite. And then yeah, my brother had to fill it in also for himself. And then there is this, if you are booking an appointment for the visa application, they give you have to pay online to book for it. So we paid online, and it was around how much was that? We paid for each person around 68 euros to book the appointment. And then on the day of the appointment, they also have to pay again a certain amount of money. I don't know how much it will be. But then also we booked for them an insurance, medical insurance, which we book that day from the day as a commands of insurance, we book it on the day of arrival. In the end of arrival, we have to book the insurance before they even go to apply for the visa. They already have to have the insurance, okay? Because when they go to apply for the visa, they need this document that they already have an health insurance. So we booked it already, and we pay for it extra. It's not expensive. Each person 21.60 €. And then after that, we went ahead and attached my father's passport. My brother's passport has to be attached. My own passport has to be attached. My visa has to be attached. And yeah, then the receipts that we paid, the online visa appointment, we attach everything. My birth certificate has to be attached. So, and then zum Schluss, they do not really ask for it, but because my father is in Rente, he's in pension, he's not working anymore, I attached my Lohnabrechnungen for the last 3 months. I attached my pay slips for the last 3 months just to show them that they are covered financially. And then zum Schluss, at the end, I attached also the itinerary, the program, what they are going to be doing from day 1 until the last day. So I intend to invite them for 2 weeks. So I planned every day, like day 1, and I said this is the date. Then I said arrival in Germany. I pick them up from the airport in Frankfurt. Then I bring them home. Then we do dinner with family. Like each day they needed to be planned, what they're going to do step by step. And I mean from beginning to the end, that's the itinerary. And that's it for the documents that I had to send to my brother and father to invite them for my second wedding. So I hope this video has cleared something for you guys who are hoping to invite your relatives here in Germany to come and visit you, maybe on your graduation, or to come and visit you on your wedding. I know a lot of you guys are still in the Ausbildung. You people who are watching me are in the Ausbildung, and some of you are not even hoping to get married soon, but maybe you can save or forward this video to someone who is hoping to get married here in Germany in this year or in the next year, because things really do not change every year. It's normally the same process. By the way, someone was also asking me how do they get the single letter to show that they are single in case they are coming from Uganda or any other country. In Uganda, I got my single letter from URSB, that is the offices for registrar of death and marriages, and so that's where I got my single letter. So guys, that's it for today's video. I will not make it any longer. I don't want to bore you guys who are not yet getting married. So in case you have any questions, just comment them down below and I will interact with you guys in the comment section. Until next time, bye.